everybody, Happy New Year. I'm back with the videos. I'm sorry I was absent during the whole month of January. It was not planned. I wanted to come back to YouTube much earlier, but you know, sometimes life just happens and you can't do much about it. But today, let's jump right into this whole stack of planners, journals, etc. because the topic, as you can already tell, the topic of today's video is my 2020 planner journal lineup. Okay, so what I have here is, oh my goodness, this stack of stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to go through each of them like today. I would like rather to show you, to explain you like what kind of journals and planners I have, if I have more planners or more journals. I think you can already guess a little about the answer to this question, and like which planner or journal covers which kind of which level rather of my life. And then during like in the next videos, I might, if you want, if you ask, I might go through some of them like in more depth. Okay, so first of all, what I have, and I think you remember this one, this guy. So it's a Hobonichi cover, Hobonichi inside. Yes, this was this poor Hobonichi 5-year techo that I cut in order to make it fit into this cover. And I also kind of decorated it. I have, I think, 2 videos, one about the cutting, the other one about the decorating. Finally, what I will be using it for is my daily, like, best, worst things that happened a particular day. For example, I will explain to you. I'm very one disclaimer. I'm not very comfortable with sharing like the content of the text, like my feelings, my thoughts, my life. So what I will try to do is I will show you just a pre-decorated page. Let's say this page, okay? So I don't know if you remember what I did on a video was this style. So I used a kind of mask and I covered the whole page with ink. But of course it was quite a time-consuming decorating method. And also, you know, I like variety, I like diversity. I don't like having all the pages in the same style. So I decided to make some pages like this, some pages like with stickers, some other pages with washi tapes. What else do we have here? Yeah, some other pages with like just very simple painting, even not painting. How could you call this? I mean, I used some Tim Holtz crayons and a little bit, tiny bit of water just to make a kind of abstract pattern, because I'm very much into abstract patterns. So in general, if I make, because I should rather this side, because what I did was pre-decorated. Not every page, not every spread is decorated, but you can see like different stickers, because I was subscribed to like 2 subscription boxes, and also I had many sticker books from Mambi and so on, and I have plenty of washi tapes. So this is how it looks Like now there are some pages that are still empty, so I can still be creative. It's not like a big creative things, you know, because I wanted to go quickly, just because what is important to me in this journal is the writing and not the journaling, and not that much the decoration. I wanted to have just a little bit of color, a little bit of something nice in every spread. And what I can just quickly, let's say, yes, I will show you this. So as you can tell, so it's like 1 year, 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year. So now I'm like filling the 1st year, right? So every time on every spread, it's this first line that is filled in, and each time what I have like a plus sign and minus sign, and plus is like I put one sentence about what was the best, like the most, what I enjoyed the most, what was it can be a big thing, and it can be just a very tiny little thing. You can, yes, I watched a great film, or yes, I spent a great night with friends, or just yes, I had a great coffee today, or something, you know. So it depends really on a particular day. So it can be big or small, but it's something that something I enjoyed the most that day. And the same idea is for the minus. So the thing I was sad about, or angry, or so some kind of negative feeling. And once again, it could be something really big and bad, you know, some big thing, very, very negative, or just let's say today it was rainy the whole day, and this is what really upset me, and so this is why it ended up in my journal because there was nothing worse like the day, which is of course great, huh? If the worst thing that happens to you is rain, it's perfect. So yeah, so I have this, this is the idea of this journal. It's my 3rd year of this journaling. Like I journaled in a different books, but then I feel like I really like it. It doesn't take me a lot of time, and I really enjoy doing it because it helps me like think about my day. It's like a kind of small meditation. And also I decided that I would like to like compare, you know, year to year, like what was the worst and the best on that particular date in the past, in the previous year and the year before, and etc. Of course, I could do it like having several books. I could open all the books at the same time. I mean, all the books, yes, at the same time, and at the same like page, it's the same date, and compare. But I thought that it would be like much easier if I have just one book, and I can see like 5 years at a glance. Okay. Well, so this is this project. Then what I have, yes, and I promised in one of my previous videos that I will show you the original book called Dashinka. It's a book in Czech written by a Czech author. And yes, when I had this book, I brought it from my mother's house because I spent Christmas in my mother's house, and so I remembered to bring this book. So in one of the future videos I will show you this book as promised. Okay, next what we have here is this small, mini happy planner by me and my big ideas. This one goes from July 2019 to July or something like this 2020, so it's dated, and I use it now, and it's this beautiful, this elegant, beautiful florals like a lot of black and rather darker but very elegant colors with a lot of gold. And what I'm using it for, once again, I don't want to share, just quickly, I just write every day, because these pages I can show you, let's say in here, let me find a page. Can you see it's very pre-decorated? There are like flowers and this flower motif, and I like it very much. Yes, and what I wanted to do is just to write, and more specifically about my family, because I live now alone, but of course I have my parents, and or rather I have my mother, and I wanted, it's like her journal. I keep this journal like for her, like because we are in contact almost every day, so I write like in several sentences. Once again, it's just like a paragraph. It depends if she had a busy day or not busy day, so I just write. As you can, I might show like a very, not every day is filled in, but because sometimes of course I forget or I just travel, so I don't have time to talk to her very often, but yes, each time I remember and we are talking, I will write down like several sentences about her day. And sometimes, because once she told me, yes, don't you remember when I had this particular appointment? I said, I don't remember, but I might find it in your journal. And so, because before she was like, why do you write a journal for me, such a useless thing? And since that day, she was like, okay, it's a good idea to keep a journal for me. Because finally she used it even useful, which wasn't the main purpose of this journal. But why not? One journal can have more purposes, not only memory keeping, but it can be also like a nice book of reference when you need to find some past record. Okay, so this is this book, and also it's my second year of mother's journal. I have another mini happy planner, but I wasn't that much systematic in this one, so there was a lot of pages like empty. But this year, I'm a much more like consistent. Okay, then we have another Mambi product, and it's mini mini notebook, and I think I should talk about this one in a minute. So I don't remember, I put it in here. I will come back to this one, but first, because it's related to the last one, the biggest journal, this is why it's at the bottom of this pile. So I will go to this just in a couple of minutes. So then what we have is a nerd journal. It's a planner, and this one is my what it's called, Prima Marketing Planner. One of these ones they released, these zipped planners, and I decided this summer, I think it was, because since this summer I'm really like crazy about travelers notebooks, and I bought so many of them I even can't tell you. It's horrible. Yes. So because what I share is my purchase of 2 notebooks, or notebook covers rather, by Chic Sparrow at Chic Sparrow store, but also I got Prima Marketing. I think it was called something traveler something, I don't remember, but it's this one because there are two in the zipped version. There are like this black and there is also a brown one, but I got the black one. And what I have here is my planner, and this is like the most crazy thing ever because I was never into planning in a traveler's notebook. I was always like rings or spiral, nothing else. Like this thing would drive me crazy like a year ago, but now it's the best, and it's the best thing to plan for me. Once again, I don't want to go deeper because this video would take for hours. Just if you want me to tell you a little bit more about my planner journey, just please leave a comment, and I will of course do this kind of video with a lot of pleasure for you and for me, because of course I like doing videos, making videos. Okay, so just quickly, what I have in here is I don't use really these pockets. Just like I have some kind of paper. Oh yes, I have some kind of labels, but nothing crazy. I have this loop. Oh, and I don't have it here, but normally I use a pen. This one of these erasable friction pens, just black clicking pen. I put it here and it's perfect. And I have been using this pen for planning since years because I find it absolutely perfect. When I cancel something, I change my mind, I can just erase it, and nobody will tell there was something written on the page. Okay, so what I have here, just my everyday planning, and for this what I use is the Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company undated 7 days vertical layout, and I use stickers to date it, and as it's an hourly layout, I use this thin washi tape just to cover the hours because they are kind of distracting to me. Okay, and then I simply write my to-dos like daily. It looks like this, like this, like this. Here I write like weekly, like things I want to do, not in a specific day, and here like day-to-day planning. And as you can tell, I use color coding, and now this is what's the most perfect and great and amazing in this journal is I have my friction still erasable highlighters in here, in this, and I use 6 of them, because there is a code, like each color has its meaning, and they all fit perfectly in this pocket, and I just zip it and it's perfect. The zip is so smooth, I mean, like it's a blast. I love this planner so much. So I have one insert for like everyday plans, weekly, daily planner. Then what I have is just like kind of lists, I have my like running to-dos. I have some like all my for example my planners and journals that I have for 2020, because today I'm showing you only what I use on like daily basis, but here is my list of like all other journals, even like travel journal and so on. Here I'll have like art and craft wish list, because as we all know, we had a creativation and of course presentation of new products. So here is my wish list, and so on and so on. I have the pages here, and each time I like for example when I change let's say I don't need this page anymore, or I want like update it, or like change it completely, not just write something more but completely change it, so I can tear away a page, because I don't know if you can tell me, more likely not, but these pages are perforated, so it's absolutely perfect to tear off a page without like impacting the whole insert. And finally, I have finances, and it's simply like tracking of my finances, of my income, outcome, and what I use is this. Once again, it's the same one as this, but this one is vertical layout and this one is weekly layout. Originally it was like week on one page, it was like week plus notes, but as I don't need, like, maybe I could quickly show you, let's say my first week, you know, like I just write a tiny bit of something, so I don't need like the second page for the same week. So I decided to make another week, so I have like 2 weeks on the spread, like 1 week, second week. And as it was not dated, once again I could use stickers and date it according like my style and my liking, my needs. And as you can tell, I'm using these metal bookmarks everywhere, like in each book I have one. They are very thin, they are metal and quite heavy, so it helps pages, it makes pages lay down nicely, which was perfect. And also I don't like when bookmarks are like big and like something that stands out, you know. I like something very, very practical, but not too much visible. Yeah, so this is my style. Okay, so this was this one, and then we have this guy, and this is my journal, but I think I will discontinue it. It's a Waypoint cover by Chic Sparrow, and I wanted it to be something, well, it's a sad story, because once again this is the vertical layout that I used as my hourly journal, and I wanted to write down like what I was doing every day, like hour by hour, but it was too exhausting and I ended up not using it. I mean, I was in there like I stayed in there 3 months, and after 3 months, like, I was done. Yeah, then it's just a paper, and here it's my fitness tracker, because I'm really bad in my fitness. So I decided it's a monthly undated once again, and what I use it, I just decorate it like this. So the days that, because I started it late in November actually, so as you can tell, I wasn't using it in the first half of the month, and then like to separate the days, the real days, and just these blank cases, I just decorated the blank ones with motivational things like don't give up, sweet, smile, strong, keep going, and so on. And I change colors, and I still use like these 4 colors, like these 4 colors to color code. And I would like to do like 4 different kinds of exercise daily, so this is why I use these 4 colors. And as you can tell, it's very sad, because for example the dot symbolizes I actually exercise, and where there is no dot, it's a sad story. Yes. but I hope I will get better. Okay, it's really sad right now, but I don't give up this one. This one I won't keep it. And here I have one journal. I wanted to make a kind of creative journal, but well, it's in progress, and it's I don't know if it will happen or not. So it's once again like week and note pages, but I have no idea if it will happen or not. So maybe I will reorganize this one. Maybe I will I don't know what I will be doing with it, but I would like to keep the middle journal, the fitness one. Maybe I will take it out from this journal and put it with my planner. It would be, I think, it's the most likely this is what will happen. This is the scenario that will happen the most likely, but I don't know yet, so we will see. I will tell you in the next video. And here, what we have here is my beautiful cover, my Hobonichi cousin cover. It's in woven, and I put a transparent cover on it. And inside, I don't have a Hobonichi inside, but what I have is Archer and Olive notebook, which is absolutely great. I love this paper. I discovered this brand like this summer, and I'm absolutely in love with it. And I started this journal actually because this is my memory journal. And before, like last in autumn, I was using this one. Do you remember? This is my Hobonichi Weeks Mega that I painted, or rather inked, because it was originally pink and I changed the color. And oh yes, this is how the beast looks now after 3 months of using. Yes, this is it. This is the beast, but I love it very, very much. 3 months in here. I started in October, and so it goes from October to December, and it was beautiful. And now I started today. I posted the first photo of the spreads on my Instagram. So if of course there is still the link in my YouTube to my Instagram, so you can check out these ones. I will be posting them regularly, like most likely every day. So and this is new, and I'm still I don't want to show you what I'm exactly doing because it's another like big thing. But this journal was daily, you know. I just was writing like daily entry, daily log. But this one will be on a monthly basis. I would like to document not like day by day, but by month and category. For example, we are now in January, so I have a spread for January work, January home, January personal, January friends and family, January creative hobbies, January TV and music, and so on and so on. So each spread, or just sometimes it's only one page, but mostly it's a spread that is dedicated to a category of my life in January. And normally I should end up with like up to 20 pages, or rather spreads, per month, because I found like rather more like between 15-20 categories of things I want to document it monthly. And I will show it to you one day if you want, and even if you don't want, because I of course I like this channel, and I would like to try to show you my journal. So that's one of planned videos to go more in depth into this one. But this is now the time to explain the purpose of this guy. So this is a notebook, just a notebook, and I dedicate each spread once again to one category, life category, as I just told you, explained. Because of, and then it's like my, it's just my notebook where I write down quickly, like every day or every other day. It depends on the situation, things that happen, and I organize them into categories. So I have one spread for home, one spread for health, one spread for personal, one spread, and so on, so on. And then once the month is over, I will go into this guy. I will open the page. For example, I will, when I want to document what happened, like in my house. Let's say I reorganized my house. So I will open the page with my notes, and I will open the corresponding page in my truly real memory journal, and I will transfer in a creative, decorative way the notes from here into here. And then this one day I will throw it away, because it's just like notes to be able to fill in this guy. Well, so this is my lineup, and as you can tell, it's very dark. I didn't expect it will get so dark in such a short time, so I apologize. I have just my small light like in here, but other than that, there is just my window on this side and my light in this side. So as you can tell, I apologize for this horrible lightning situation, but what was important, I can live with it, with showing you this video, because what was important in here, it wasn't like presentation of products and showing you the colors and other things, because if I wanted to do some kind of presentation of unboxing or something like this, of course I wouldn't I would never do it in such a horrible lighting. But I was rather talking about things and explaining you my system and my lineup and so on. So I don't think that this horrible lightning would affect that much this video. But still, I wasn't expecting the room became so dark. So thank you very much. I will just wrap up this video quickly. So thank you so much. If you have questions, please, or comments or anything, other comments than lighting, because of course we all I agree totally, the light is horrible. But other than that, if you want to leave some comment or a question, please feel free, and I will see you very soon. Thank you very much. Bye.